Hi, welcome to the Tuesday. I'm Ultra David.
And I'm James Chen. How's everybody going?
Going well. We have quite an interesting show, I would say.
Yes.
We will talk about CEO 2015, which was the past weekend, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about the results from there. We'll talk about some very interesting storylines coming from there,
Yes.
including some very interesting media coverage, but also we'll just talk about how the different games are shaping up in advance of EVO, which is only a few weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about some game news, of course. We'll
Right.
talk about sort of other stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah. All right.
CEO.
CEO is definitely the big news. It was this
Yeah.
past weekend. We were both there. What did you think?
It was great.
It was great.
It was fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, look, everybody that I know who always makes it to their first CEO, when you talk to them at the end of there, they're like, why did it take me so long to start coming to this event? Tasty Steve was one of those guys who was talking to us about this. I think this was Dasset Bro's first CEO as well. I think I remember him mentioning stuff like that, but it's a blast. Every time we go to CEO, I have a great time. We don't even get to party with everyone like in the pool party and all that stuff like that, but it's a great event. Jabali always puts on a really good show, and it's fun. It's like really exciting. So
yeah,
I really enjoy it.
I really like the people there. I really like the people running the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jabali, but it's also Rick, who's the dude who ran Combo Breaker and did other stuff too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And they have people like Jared working with them, who I just think are really good.
Yeah.
I just think they're really good. Like they hired Chris Seglia and crew, including Spooky and so forth, and which is the best idea.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to see that more people are getting that sort of stream crew, not just hey, one streamer. Why not? It's everything is up to you, but there's like somebody coordinating things,
right?
And I think that really makes it better. I did go to the pool party one night.
Oh, you did? Oh,
I
did.
Okay. And it was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. It was for Andres' 30th birthday.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I went over there and hung out.
But he was in the second pool, right?
Yeah. We were by the second pool. The main pool was just a little too crowded.
Right. So the first CEO I went to, second CEO I went to, the pool parties were cool because it was just the right amount of people.
Right.
Successive CEOs that I've been to, when I walked out to the pool area, I'm just like, this is like not even just a party. This is like the whole gala. It's like everybody's there.
It wasn't just guys, actually. That's not accurate. But on top of that, like, I'm just there to hang out with my buddies. Like, I don't care if it's like guys or girls. Who cares?
Right.
It doesn't matter to me anyway. Maybe just other people.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of fun. And we just hung out there for a little while, and got shut down eventually, as it always does. Then we went to go play CVS2 for a while, which was awesome.
I'm actually sad I didn't join for that because you guys were playing Random Select, and dude.
Well, that's not entirely accurate. Pat the Flip was playing Random Select, and he was lighting up the room. So.
Right, because that was the game that I played the most Random Select on out of every fighting game. It's because I played with my friends who weren't as good as me, right? So I would just Random Select every character. But as a result, that actually made me so good at the game because when I fought the other characters, I knew what to expect.
Sure.
I had all this knowledge on every character,
That makes total sense, yeah.
So funny because we always make that excuse, man, I just wish I had the same amount of time that I used to be able to put into that.
Yeah.
But my excuse is blown up with the amount of Splatoon I've been playing. So.
Oh, Splatoon. We'll talk about Splatoon later because there's news on that.
Sure.
So anyway, I had a shot and a beer, which meant that I had a hangover until 5 p.m. the next day.
Did you talk about the allergy that on the show before?
No, I don't think I have. So, it's not uncommon among Ashkenazi Eastern European Jews to have alcohol allergies.
Okay.
And I never had it, but it does run in my family. My dad has it.
Mm-hmm.
And he developed it at some point in his 20s, and for me it took a little bit longer, but I now have it.
Right. Because you used to be able to drink a lot. You used to be able to drink a lot and you'd be fine the next morning. I've witnessed it.
Absolutely, dude.
You would drink some coffee in the morning and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, let's do this.
You know it. You know it. But I got it now. So, it was his 30th birthday, so it's fine. I'm willing to put up with it. But
true.
luckily we didn't have to commentate. I didn't have to commentate until 5 p.m. the next day, which which would have been some trouble if I had commentated early.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Totally
even
sucks,
listed.
man.
I was actually even listed to do commentary for Marvel.
Ah.
And the night before, I was like, Skisonic, you do this. I'm gonna sleep in.
Dang.
You know, I made the excuse like, I don't know Marvel. I can't commentate the game. You go ahead and do it, okay? It's all you. He's like, sure. And I was like, I can sleep in.
We slept in until super late. So I get major headaches and I get a horrible hangover and my skin itches and it's a whole bad business.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Sunday finals day was awesome. I mean, we'll talk about some of the storylines out of that, but just briefly, man, it's so sick that CEO and events like Combo Breaker that they invest into cool things, that they spend the money, because it's not nothing to get that boxing ring and to get that walkway.
Yeah.
Those are not free, let me tell you. But they spent the money because they were hoping that there'd be something cool out of it. Yeah. And mission accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Mission
absolutely. I mean, seriously though, the thing is, Combo Breaker and CEO, what's cool about the two events is, even though they're kind of the same staff, Rick and Jabali helped with Combo Breaker, Rick helped with CEO, they still have different personalities.
Yeah,
you know what
for sure.
It's different kind of feeling. So it's not like they're just doing the same thing.
No.
They're expanding in their own way. And I feel like every event can do that. You don't have to copy CEO. You don't even have to try to be Evo, right? Evo has its own feel as well.
Of
Evo
course.
just feels like this gigantic, like Evo has that weird professional kind of feel to it, but it also has like the craziest amount of hype just because you're in a room with 8,000 people and they're all cheering at the same time, and it just feels so official. You know what I mean? It's like when you win Evo, you feel like, yes, I accomplished something. You know what I mean? You get that amazing.
But you're right,
feeling.
it is different.
Right.
And I'd love it if there are other events that specifically built on like old school feel, and different events can do different things, but you still have to be trying to improve at it.
Right, exactly.
Anyway, before we get to the rest of this, we meant to do this right off the top of the show.
Oh, that's right.
Please, if you have any interest in Evolution 2015, now is the time to sign up. Like right now.
There's literally like 3 hours left.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, all the 3-day passes are sold out. This is unprecedented. They have 2 rooms. I think the 2 rooms together, I don't know if it fits more than there was last year, but the ballroom's not as big as it was last year.
Yeah.
I don't know the numbers exactly, but both of them are sold out. So you can only get Friday and Saturday, but I'm sure there's going to be all sorts of places that you can watch it on Sunday from the hotel.
Sure.
Dude, even at CEO, I saw some Smashers comment that the BJs next to CEO turned on the Smash stream so they could watch it at the restaurant.
That's awesome.
That is so sick. It's so smart.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
And so I can imagine a lot of places like restaurants in Vegas, or maybe if you even go those sports bars areas or whatever, and they have access to the internet, they might even be able to do that for you. You could even have your own impromptu viewing room somewhere else, dude. I think that would be amazing. So,
on top of that, early registration for First Attack in Puerto Rico closes tonight in like 8 minutes, so
okay.
So definitely take care of that if you're interested. It's September 4th through 6th in Puerto Rico. I can't make it because a buddy of mine is getting married, unfortunately. Or otherwise, I would love to go, but because I just have never been there, I'd love to go.
Right.
If you can make it there, you don't need a passport, all right? It's not another country.
Right.
It's not. It's America. So you can easily make it there if you're American, and I highly recommended it in case you're interested. Yeah. That's at firstattackpr.com.
Remember, that is early registration. So if you want to get in that early registration, go now. Like, just ignore us and go there. Take care of that now.
Get out of here.
If you still want to look up more information, like you said, firstattack.pr, check that out.
Firstattackpr.com.
Oh, pr.com. Oh, okay, gotcha. And definitely check out the information on that and try to make it if you can. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay, let's get back to talking about CEO.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I have like thousands of things to say about that tournament. It was so much fun. And it was just really cool.
I never got to see the arcade.
I can't believe it. Normally that's my thing. I actually got into the arcade.
I never got to see it. It was called Jabali Land or Jabali World.
Jabali Land.
Jabali Land.
Written in Disney font.
Yeah.
It was written in Disney font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heard it was awesome.
It was, the crazy thing, it was really spacious.
Really?
They just took up the whole hall.
Dang.
So there was like no crowds at all. But there was a lot of people there, and they were all playing and everything like that. I played on the ST machine for about an hour, which kept dying due to power problems and stuff like that. But I still got a bunch of games in, and you know, standard situation, I go in there and nobody knows how to fight Cammy. So I can blow up a lot of people that way. And then one of Nothing Excess's friends came onto the machine. You really want to learn the Chun-Li Cammy matchup, which I think is terrible for Cammy.
Right.
It took him a few games, but then he really started getting a hang of it. So he was pretty much the only guy I lost to when I was there. So yeah.
Sick.
Yeah,
I just never made it.
I tell everybody the same thing about Cammy ST, because when I play her, everyone's always like, she doesn't look bottom tier when you play her, right? And I'm like, every matchup there's one secret that you learn, and Cammy sucks.
Yeah.
And it's legitimately like there's one secret to learn, and then the matchup sucks.
Except for Zangief.
Yeah,
and T-Hawk.
Well, Zangief has one secret that makes it so that it's 6-4 in favor of Cammy and not 8-2 or 7-3 that it should be. It's not as bad. It's not like T-Hawk.
You're crazy.
Dude, T-Hawk Cammy is like 9-1 in Cammy's
I agree
favor,
with that.
free,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
Well, you want to get to the results or anything else in addition to say about the event?
No, let's just get to the results.
Cool. Let's do it. Each of the tournaments was really pretty great.
Stacked.
Yeah, good way to put it. So Street Fighter 4 was super stacked because this is a premier event,
right?
Which means that you can qualify automatically for the Capcom Cup in December.
Right. You might as well go over the top 16 for this one.
That makes sense to me.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, you might even want to start with maybe even the top 17. You know, the top.
Okay, I'll just mention some. Sure.
Because there's some really notable people who
You're right.
didn't make it very far. So
25th place includes R. Kappa Pugera. It includes Shen Chang, KBrad, Sanford Kelly, I Peru, Velociraptor as well, and I guess Defeat Lee while we're being completionist about it. 17th included Daigo Umehara.
And Momochi.
It included Momochi. It included GamerB. It included Chris G, as well as Tampa Bison, a.k.a. Booker now.
Right.
Julio Yun, Arturo Sanchez.
Alex Myers
Sakura from Southern California. So definitely some strong names in there. Some major tournament winning, EVO winning, / Capcom Cup winning names. 13th places included Dako, Fudo, Alucard, and Ricky. 9th places were Knuckle Dew, Snake Eyes, Tokido, Infiltration. Again, EVO winning players.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
In fact, 3 EVO winners in there. Or 2, I'm sorry. Tokido hasn't won it yet in Street Fighter 4. So top 8.
Yes. So top
7th
8.
places were Bonchan Sagat and Xiaohai with Evil Ryu and Cammy. 5th places were Yomi Daiminion with Guile and Jury one time. 5th place was Mad Catz Mago with Yang. 4th place was Pi Smug Dudley. 3rd place was EGPR Balrog with Balrog. 2nd place was 801 Strider Abel. 1st place overall, Kazunoko with Yun.
I'm really sad I didn't have like an American flag ready here to switch back and just be like, yeah, because apparently I was like super pro US.
I know. You always get crap for that.
Yeah. And then I got called a communist because I was saying that Kazunoko was probably going to win it at some point in time. So, dude.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? That's how it goes.
Oh, man.
Shoutouts to Kazunoko for automatically qualifying now for Capcom Cup.
Yes.
Look, it would have been weird if he wasn't there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he was going to make it most likely just based on points if he didn't win anything because he consistently is a placer. But now he's automatically there. Makes a lot of sense to me because he's the best Yun. He's one of the most talented players in the world. Puts in a lot of hard work. You can really tell.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy as well because, I mean, obviously a lot of the U.S. players did well, but they've also positioned themselves better in the standings than they have been before. I don't know if I can bring it up right now because it's still set up. Sweet. Okay, hang on a second. Let me switch over here. Okay, so basically, like, if you look at the standings, So Mago is number 1 now.
That makes sense.
By 2 points over Daigo Umehara.
Yeah.
And then Infiltration, and then Kazunoko, you see, has skyrocketed up here. And Tokido. So the top 5 have already qualified. Luffy and Punko are in there. Shin and Momochi, who have qualified. But now top 10 finally includes a U.S. player, and that's NuckleDu. So NuckleDu has showed up at top 10. And what's actually cool is that 11 is Gamer B, but then 12 and 13, if you see, are Justin and 801 Strider.
Look at Strider.
So 801 Strider, I remember it's top 32 that make it.
Correct.
Right? So 801 Strider has a really good chance of making it there. I'm super happy about that.
Oh man, I'm so happy for that guy.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, he played like crazy, dude.
He played very, very well.
Yeah. That was probably the best I've seen him play, like, ever.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he beat Umehara Daigo. Yeah. It's pretty good.
He beat a lot of people
he did.
getting through there. So,
he did.
Yeah.
He had a really, really good top 8. He got to winners finals, right?
Yeah. He was in winners finals.
Yeah, it was winners finals.
He was tied 2-2 with Kazunoko.
He was up 2-0, wasn't he?
Oh, that's right. I think he was, wasn't he?
I believe he was up 2-0, and then Kazunoko came back.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly, to take it.
Yeah,
it is. But that's cool. I mean, he beat Mago Yang. That's not an easy matchup.
Yeah.
By the way, I think Abel loses to both those characters, Yang and Young.
If you have a dive kick, Abel is really in trouble. And
right.
Just to clarify, someone over there, yes, it is top 32 this time for Capcom Pro Tour. They're expanding it so that instead of just 16, they're including 32 players.
Exactly.
So they're trying to make it big this year.
Exactly.
I'm super excited about.
He played very well. I love that he just has great footsies. He has great timing, great mix-ups, right? He's the thing that all the great players have.
Right.
On top of that, he actually takes the technical side of fighting games seriously in a way that very few top American players do. There's really just a couple of them. It's like PR Balrog does plink combos, and hence Balrog doing whatever damage he does in that combo. Before then, he never got that. So,
right.
But really, it's just a couple of them. Like, he actually uses setups. He actually does option selects. Armor cancels are really in his game. Like, he really has all these things.
Right.
And I just don't know why not everybody else does it, but they don't. And that is a non-negligible factor for him getting as far as he did.
Right,
so he's trying to squeeze out all of the talent, the skill that he can.
And also, to be honest with you, he looks like he could beat you up in real life too. You know that. No, but I mean, in all seriousness, it's like, I mean, I'm gonna make a reference here to something Filipino Champ tweeted out earlier today, which he said. Someone said, like, you know, like, I think it was a Marvello who tweeted out basically that he said, you know, you don't have to have innate fighting game genes or whatever to be a top player. You can fight your way through. And Filipino Champ actually responded, was like, I actually think you do need both, you know, like, just natural fighting game talent or whatever to be really good at fighting games, right? And to be honest with you, like, I think Gustavo's always been good, but I've never felt like he was in that same league as, like, Justin and Ricky, who just seemed to be born with this fighting game talent. Because I remember him back in 2009. Like, he was good back then, but he was never like he is now.
He got, like, second at SoCal Regionals or third or something one year.
It was West Coast Warzone. Remember it was the game where Abel was ridiculous. Juicebox Abel got third, and Gustavo got second. But even back then, I don't feel like he's playing like he's playing now.
No, he's playing better now.
And I feel like that was just through hard work, and I really like seeing that. I mean, I'm not even trying to, like, talk down on Gustavo. I'm like, this is real, like, compliment, because I think what he's accomplished is really impressive.
I mean, I definitely do think that you need to have some level of innate talent for sure. And I mean, Justin and Ricky, it's not like they were born with all the skills that they had, because they grinded it out like crazy.
Yeah, that's
just
true.
like absolute crazy, and they happened to live in areas where that was doable. I feel like Gustavo's kind of in a slightly different situation, because in Utah they have, you know, a couple of really strong players, but it's nothing like the California or New York scenes that Justin and Ricky grew up in. So I feel like it's kind of, like, understandable that it took longer for him to get there, but I totally think he has that innate talent as well.
Okay. Because, you know, I've put him on blast on stream before. Like, I've watched Kaneda play Street Fighter when he first tried to learn it. and
he sucked.
He was bad.
Yeah.
Like it was just one of those ones where it was just like I didn't really have to try to beat him at first.
I know what you mean.
Like the amount of effort he's put in to the point where he's actually good now, you know, it's like.
I mean, look, man is not gonna get second place at CEO. I'm sorry, man. That's not gonna happen.
He's definitely not putting in as much time, though.
It's not the case that you need to have 100% talent, but like there's some threshold below which you're not gonna get second at CEO. I just feel like it's I don't know.
Okay.
But you have to have the work also. You can't be just smart. You can't be just talented. You got to work hard. You got to do both. That's the only way.
Okay.
In my opinion. Anyway, so I'm really impressed by Strider. I'm very happy for him. He did lose in the final round in part because he screwed up.
Well, he thought he was going to end up on one side, landed on the other, and so he just didn't react fast enough.
Right. Yeah. It's just and so that's kind of unfortunate that that's how it went out. But he played great. Other than that, and I'm very happy for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that he was angry and very salty about it, because that means he's not satisfied with that position. You see a lot of people get to that point and they're like, I did really well. I mean, even in that picture, so shout outs to Tempest Rob, at Tempest Rob, TEMPUSROB. He's like one of the main photographers. He took a lot of the best pictures at EVO and stuff like that last year. But he also took a picture of the top 3 of every game. And the picture they took of Street Fighter 4, like, Gustavo still looks pissed. He does not look happy at all in that picture.
I saw it. Kazunoko's there with his little fake smile thing.
Yeah, I know.
Eduardo's actually happy.
Yeah, well, he's never not happy, so.
Yeah. It was a good picture. It was a good picture.
Right.
Shout outs to PR Rog for totally being back. There was a period of time when he didn't show up very much, and when he did, he didn't get into these top 3 positions, but there he is.
Dude,
top 3.
He was playing so good.
The whole weekend.
Talked about Strider. I mean, the thing is, we've seen Eduardo play at that level again before. And to see him back at that level was really exciting to see. I was so happy to see him kind of back to old PR Rog stuff. Because at one point in time, I mean, it's not just us. Everyone thought he was the best U.S. player. That's why he was flown out for Topanga World League, right?
Sure.
So he was flown out to that, and it's just, man, he looked so good this weekend. Just like the decisions that he was making were ridiculous. Like,
did he only use Balrog? No Evil Ryu?
I didn't see any.
I didn't see any
Evil Ryu. So.
Cool. Smug got 4th. And he looked really good. I mean,
like Smug.
Yeah, he beat... Who did he beat? Was it Momochi?
He beat Momochi. He beat Dominion. He beat a lot of guys. Yeah. And it's kind of unfortunate that he ran into PR
He beat
Rog.
Tokido.
Oh yeah, that's right. He beat Tokido. It's kind of unfortunate that he ran into PR Rog. If he had beat PR Rog, I don't know. Maybe he might have even been able to make it through Gustavo and maybe even take out Kazunoko. I'm not sure, but I mean, he did lose to Kazunoko in winners side. So
he did.
It was 3-1 though. It was 3-1. So.
That's right, but very, very nice work to him. He beat a lot of very impressive players. Mago Yang won Southeast Asia Majors, gigantic Street Fighter 4 tournament just the weekend before, where he looked awesome. And it's not the only major that he's won this year. He's won 2. So he came into this as being one of the big favorites. 5th place is really strong, but and he still did look really good.
Right.
I don't want to have too many buts in that sentence because I thought he looked really good, and I'm very happy for him that he seems to have found a character that he meshes with really well.
Right.
Dominion back up there as well. That's really good to see. Guile, he tried Jury once, didn't work, so he went back to Guile. That's cool. Xiaohai again gets top 8 at a major, 2nd consecutive week. Southeast Asia and now CEO. He looks really good at times too. He was sent to losers in pools.
Yeah, by Booker.
Tampa Bison, a.k.a. Booker. He's switched it over, so it's Booker. Beat Xiaohai in pools, and Xiaohai was pissed.
Oh
man.
Yeah, he looked...
Maybe that's not even the word. Maybe it's like crestfallen.
It was like crushed. Yeah. Crestfallen's a good word. He looked... I mean, he couldn't even shake Tampa Booker's hand at first.
Yeah.
Like, because he just immediately had his face down. And, like, you saw Booker, like, stood up and, like, turned to him and was like, okay, I'm just gonna unplug
Yeah,
the
yeah.
controller.
Just give him his moment.
And then after a while, Shanghai just looked at him and was like, okay, shook his hands. But yeah, he looked crushed. So,
Yeah.
But it's just weird because Shanghai at some points looks like a top 5 player on the planet.
Yes.
And then at sometimes just doesn't look quite like he's up there. So.
I thought Booker played that really well, though, so I'm not going to crap on that too much. I mean, the man made, 17th place overall, so pretty good. And then Bonchance got rounding it out in top 8.
Yep, glad to see him there as well. So.
Yep.
Yeah, but dang, look, I'm just going to bring it up again.
Yeah.
U.S. did fantastic. I'm super happy for that. I'm not going to even sit here and be like, oh, U.S. is better than Europe now, or U.S. is equal to Japan like I did at NCR.
Okay, yeah,
because
you're
I
not
was
going
on
to make that mistake,
commentary with Mike Ross.
Oh, the classic trap.
Yep.
Mike Ross commentary is the trap, where you will say something stupid.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
You have to make claims, because that's Mike's style.
Right, that's his
It's
shtick.
just like, this is the best thing ever, or Honda is the worst case.
Yeah.
So like, as soon as you start commentating with them, all of a sudden it's like, what skill gap? U.S., Japan, roar! Dude, oh, man.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because after I said it and everyone started blowing me up for it, I was like, no, you're all absolutely right. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
I mean, look, I said that Zangief Sagat was 5'5" while I was commentating with Mike. It's just something about that experience. And it was Shanghai, and then he blew up Snake Eyes like mercilessly.
Right,
it was horrible.
right.
And the whole time I was like, why did I say that?
Yep.
I don't know.
But, I mean,
Anyway.
look, U.S. is still snug in 3rd place between the 3 major regions, right? But, I mean, it's obvious that the players are getting a lot better. I don't know if Kazunoko was being earnest or if he was just being nice.
Yeah.
But, during the interview, he did say he felt like U.S. was on par with Japan and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
I felt like he couldn't get out of that because just the way that the questions were phrased was like very leading. I don't know if he's on neutral ground. I don't know if he has that same answer, but whatever.
Yeah,
It was.
fair enough.
Look, it was a very good weekend for American players in a way that it seems to have eluded American players for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
So I am happy for them for that.
Right,
and I'm happy
right.
for the U.S. for that, for my country. Yay.
Right.
But I hesitate to learn too much from it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It would be great if American players kept it up at EVO and if there were similar results, although I would trade 1 through 25 being foreign players, or 2 through 25 being foreign players, if top place was an American. 100% I would make that trade. Because
exactly.
in this tournament was basically the opposite.
Right.
That first place, Americans don't get too often, but
Well,
it was cool.
I do want to bring up Mr. Filipino Champ again. He actually threw out an interesting tweet to me. Not to me, but to everybody. This is something that we used to do when we helped with little Esports Max articles and stuff like that.
Right.
So Filipino Champ tweeted out, U.S. top 10 players in Ultra Street Fighter 4, any order.
Okay.
He has Gustavo, Piarog, Smug, Dominion, Justin, Knuckledew, Snake Eyes, Ricky, and KBrad. And I don't think you could argue any of those 9. I think that's pretty solid top 9 right there. But then for last spot, he puts and question mark. And he couldn't figure out who to put in there. And so I'm just curious if there's anyone who jumps out in your mind right away. A lot of people responded to him Arturo.
Could be, actually.
And to which he actually said, oh yeah, probably Arturo, because Arturo's been playing so good lately.
Yeah, I could see that, although Art got 17th and some Americans got higher than him.
Right.
But
I mean, KBrad also didn't do so well, but KBrad is true.
But he won ECT 2 weeks
he
ago.
won ECT from the losers bracket, beating
Right.
Smug 2 sets, right? So you can't discount KBrad at this point in time.
That's a good list, though. I can't quibble with any of that.
Right, exactly. I was just wondering if you had a 10th place in mind or anything like that.
No, I think I might have had the same list, including the question mark, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Shout outs to a couple of other players. Shout outs to Infiltration Goken.
Dude, that was such a
he played against
pick.
He played against also shout outs to Alucard.
Yes.
With Hugo, who makes that character look as good as it is, because it's a pretty good character
he
in most matchups.
He eliminated Momochi, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I've played your Hugo before. In matches where the character doesn't have a distinct advantage against Hugo, Hugo is scary. He's
Right.
like really terrifying because he is. I mean, I think I made the comment. Might not even have been for Hugo. Might have been for something. But he was like that Final Fantasy IV boss. That was the wall that just kind of get closer to you. That's what Hugo feels like to me because you can't get over that guy's head, right? So the closer he gets you to the corner, it's just like super terrifying. You know, obviously that's why Infiltration's pick of Gouken was amazing because Gouken spits on Hugo, right? So.
Yeah, it's a terrible matchup, and I've played it many times. I'm sure Alucard has too, and it's obviously a bad matchup. But nobody has ever made it look like that to me. It was ridiculous because he used EX Hurricane. EX Hurricane is a 5-frame, I think, half screen move that hits the floor and the sky. And I don't know why I never see anybody use it in footsies in that way, but he did, and it's silly. It's like to have that option, which is like faster than his Stand Fierce. It's faster than his other whiff punishes, and goes farther, and causes full screen knockdown, and does whatever it does, 150
sucks
damage.
them in and locks them into optimal, hit position.
Yeah.
Because it used to hit once and knock them away and stuff like that. So now all of a sudden it's like, that we don't want that to happen. So you teleport into position. I mean, if he kicks Dalsum's limb, he sucks Dalsum clear across the screen into him. Right? So it's just, it's such a great move.
That move is legit half screen. Okay,
Yeah.
people in chat are like, I don't know if it's half screen. It is half of the screen. It goes farther than it looks. Like, it's not even where his foot is. The hitbox is farther than that. You can try this. Round start, Guile throws Sonic Boom. Take the tiniest of steps forward as Gouken and right up. You knock him right up into the air.
I've seen that before.
So it's... very, very good. I'm not going to say you... look, it's not too good in almost any matchup. It's really just Hugo, but even then, it's like mostly the fireballs, and then there's the extra buttress of the EX. So it's really good, but it's not too good. I just wish more people would have the confidence that Infil has to use it in footsies like that. Obviously, if you screw it up, you're up in the sky. Hugo will do 400 plus damage to you, maybe 800 on a reset, something like that. And that's a big risk, but he was confident enough, so shout-outs to him.
It's funny, too, because I remember when they first talked about that change and we first started messing with it. Remember, I was like, this is way too good because Stand Short EX Hurricane is such a good whiff punish, right? And a lot of people pointed out Stand Short is actually slower than a lot of moves, right? It's slower than EX Tatsu.
Is it really?
I feel like it is. I mean,
it might be the same.
Okay, it might be the same. But in any case... if you use it at that max distance then as a whiff punish, if you have 3 meters, that leads into his Ultra 1. Max range, EX Hurricane, FADC, Ultra 1 is a combo. Perfect, right? So, I mean, you could get some sicko damage off of that if you were just like, whiff, walk
I hear you!
Ow, you know?
You know what everybody else does, though? Sweep.
Yeah.
That's it. Why would you do that? I don't know. Anyway.
There's some players who also do sweep.
Oh, yeah. Or wake up sweep.
Shout out to John.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, good stuff to Alucard for doing as well as he did. And I don't know, anybody else you want to shout out?
Yeah.
A lot of people had good performances that weekend.
I mean...
very stacked tournament.
Look, I mean, I know everyone's joking about it now because it is a joke. Oh, Daigo washed up. But, I mean, like, Daigo Momochi, they'll be back. They'll be fine.
Of course.
Fine. This is not an indication of anything. More just an indication that even players like Daigo, Xiaohai, Momochi, all these guys can run into characters that they're not ready for. I mean, that's what Infectious did in Europe as well, right? So Alucard catching people off guard, not that much different than what Infectious did, right? Yeah. Because Japan thinks Hugo sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand that. Like, I don't think he's top.
No, he's not top.
Easily upper half. You know what I mean? Just because of matchup problems.
Dude, I agree. Like if it's not for like Gouken and Poison. Mm-hmm. That guy is a scary guy. All right.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Okay.
The next one up on Shoryuken's list is Super Smash Bros. For Wii U because it maxed out at 512 competitors.
Largest tournament CEOs ever had.
Wow, that's a lot.
512.
That's
ridiculous.
Big.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. Top 8 were Nick Riddle with Zero Suit, Shaky with Nest. Those were 7th places. 5th were Esam with Pikachu Samus. Then MVD with Diddy, Duck Hunt, sick, and Captain Falcon. I didn't get to watch any of this because it was in a different room.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. We were actually both pretty sad about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Larry Lur, 4th place, Fox, Luigi, Sheik. DeBuzz with Rosalina. Sick. He gets so much hate, but he's so sick to watch. I think it's so fun.
Yeah,
Nairo's
in second,
Space Control.
right?
Yeah, Nairo with Zero Suit, Dark Pit, and then guess who won?
Zero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course. With Sheik and Diddy.
However, the interesting thing is apparently Nairo is the big hope right now for dethroning Zero.
Okay.
And so this was actually a pretty anticipated match that they played here in Grand Finals.
Okay.
But, Diddy took it. I mean, not Diddy.
It was
Zero.
Sheik, yeah.
Zero took it, right?
3-1.
And I saw Nairo tweet something like, I was like, I'm not ready yet, but I will,
Okay.
just like Evo, here I come. I'm taking
more weeks.
Evo. I'm taking Evo. So there you go. And you know what the funniest thing is? I'm just gonna say this right now. That result right there is probably the only result that seemed like the world was accurate. Out of like everything that happened during this weekend.
Okay.
Outside of that one, like I feel like the results were all kind of like craziness.
Okay. Super Smash Bros. Melee. 7th places were Plup with Sheik and the Moon with Marth. 5th were Liquid Hungry Box with Jigglypuff and Shroomed with Sheik.
Wait, Liquid who?
Oh.
Smashbox? Yeah, Smashbox, right? Yeah.
Smashbox
okay.
it is. 4th was West Balls Falco. 3rd was C9 Mango. Fox Falco.
Oh, right.
2nd place was Armada with Fox and Peach. 1st place was Leffen with Fox. It was a Sweden Grand Finals in good old US of A.
But I mean, this was also a really huge statement for Leffen.
Yeah.
One, he hasn't been doing as well in the past few tournaments. Like he had that one tournament where he like broke his pad or whatever because he was so upset and all that stuff like that. Apparently, this is the first time he's done really well in a US tournament. Not only did he do well, he won it. So this is super important for him coming into Evo. So I think Mango got sent to losers by Shroomed, and then he lost to Armada. Apparently Armada busted out Peach again, even though Armada said like I can't compete if I keep using Peach, but he busted out Peach and like beat Mango. I heard. So,
dang. Okay.
Yeah, so not sure if that's 100% accurate. This is all pieced together from.
Well, no, that happened. Losers Finals Armada with Fox and Peach over Mango with Fox and Falco.
Okay, cool.
Sick. God, I wish I could have watched, but that wasn't how it worked out.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat X.
Yes.
This was the biggest one that we've had so far in MKX.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the top players were there. Not everybody from like the West Coast was there, but if you were from middle of the country / East Coast, then you were there.
Yeah,
same thing with Canada.
Except for one person who was really working hard to qualify for ESL.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. Anyways, results.
Deep breath and sigh. Gross, DR Gross, 7th place with Hollywood Cassie. 7th place also was RM Honeybee with Swarm Queen Dvora. 5th was DR with Bone Shaper Shinnok. 5th also Deg with Kobujutsu Tanya. 4th was CR Sonic Fox with Pyromancer Tanya and Outlaw Aaron Black. 3rd place Yomi Rio, Kobujutsu Tanya, Pyromancer Tanya. 2nd place Yomi MIT, Kobujutsu Tanya, Hellfire Scorpion, Noxious Reptile. And then Yomi DJT got 1st place with Tempest Lau, Fisticuffs Johnny, and Grandmaster Sub-Zero.
Wait, what?
What?
I thought he was like terrible.
How did that happen?
Nerfed to death, right?
Crazy.
Dude, that's
crazy. You know,
that's skill.
There are some characters that can punch through clone.
Right. I know,
doesn't work
right? And it's like unsafe,
but he got it.
But it's unsafe in block strings all the time. You know, it's a terrible move. So
yeah, he won. Look, DJT is there are a couple people who I think are like maybe the best in the NRS scene, and he is 100% in that category.
DJT?
He's amazing. He won Evo before.
Right.
He has won a couple of majors now. I feel like he is in a great position to take Evo.
Yeah.
He has the different characters,
I mean,
different matchups.
It was probably shocking to some people that, Sonic Fox didn't win because he'd been winning a lot of things. Apparently, he didn't win recently. He got 2nd place at a tournament.
Yeah, I believe the
Combo
DJT.
Breaker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, is DJT part of Yomi?
Yes.
Team Yomi? Because someone was telling me that Yomi hasn't won a major yet. Like, they're always getting 2nd. He didn't lose to...
Like, they won the Commonwealth. Oh, yeah, Digit won...
Digit.
No, it was Dizzy.
Dizzy. Yeah,
Digit won Texas.
Yeah.
Dizzy won Combo Breaker. DJT won, like, the Commonwealth, I want to say.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, anyway. So Yomi gets top 3. Yomi has a little team. We've talked about them before.
They signed Dominion.
They did, right? He was with Street Fighter. Results were up there. Good stuff to them. Top 3 in MKX. They clearly put in the most time to the game. They have the best little training situation, and it is paying off for real.
And dude, I expect Tanya to be nerfed pretty soon. So
yeah, we'll talk about that stuff. We'll definitely talk about that stuff. I should clarify. It's not like DJT used Grandmaster sub most
Sonic
of the way.
Fox won the Commonwealth. People are saying.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
What did DJT win? Because it was definitely something.
I don't know.
Or did maybe he?
Maybe you're thinking of second place.
I might be thinking of second place. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, like seriously, Carnage. Like, don't even make that comparison. Don't even.
Oh yeah, that's super silly.
Yeah, not even the right comparison.
Anyway, so it's not like he used Grandmaster sub most of the way. It was only I think in the grand finals, but I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I liked MIT using Noxious Reptile in the grand finals also. That's a really interesting counter pick to characters who want to pressure you. Because he spits on you constantly, he farts on you constantly. They're brothers, MIT and DJT. I don't know if everybody knows that. So that's really, really cool. Sonic Fox got 4th, which is news because he got so low for him.
I know that is really low for him. Yeah.
And good, but also good stuff to Florida.
They said DGT won an NLBC when Sonic Fox went there.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. Maybe I just had things wrong. So don't worry about it.
Okay.
I just wanted to shout out Florida because the Florida players showed up a lot better than people expected.
Dude, they were hyped too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, their scene was they had confidence in their scene.
Right.
But nobody else did.
Yeah, I really like the MK scene right now because they're energetic, they're hyped, they go crazy. There's a lot of little.
Can we qualify that by saying the in person?
Okay, yeah. Okay, cool, fair enough.
Because I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I definitely wanted to give a shout out to Honeybee because I know that Devoro was nerfed to the point of uselessness. So it's great to see. I mean, I say that sarcastically.
I know.
So I was really happy for him. I was kind of rooting for him to do well, just to be like, look, it's not as bad as you guys think it is, kind of situation.
You could see him missing run
cancels. For sure. But still, he did well with the character. And just from what I saw of Gross playing, I was really surprised he only finished 7th because he looked scary.
I totally
Cassie
agree.
Cage was scary.
Yes.
The way he was playing her was like ridiculous.
100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Alucard again for playing a character I like and doing well at 9th place. That's cool.
Right.
Forever King Jr. Can we mention this? 13 years old. Jeez. First off. Got 9th place. Had a big old major with Flame Fist Liu Kang, Master of Souls Ermac, Tempest Kung Lao, and Relentless Jason. How did that happen?
You saw the ending to that one match that was like super ridiculously hyped.
With Shinnok?
Yeah, where Shinnok stole his armor and then they both did the armor and then he did the mess up your controls and that was pretty ridiculous.
That was really cool.
And see, only that kind of crap can happen in Mortal Kombat right now. You
You're
know
right.
what I mean? It's just the game is so innovative and so cool despite itself.
Yeah, totally agree.
So frustrating.
Yeah, we'll rant about it later. Definitely. Talk about Marvel?
Yes, Marvel. Also really interesting results, actually. Really cool.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So 7th places were PMO Flocker, of course, from Florida, Miami. Yeah, PMO Flocker.
Okay.
0 Virgil Hawkeye, then Black Eye Kane Blue River with Hulk Sentinel Hagar. And he tried Wolverine Doom Virgil, Team PR Rob, which is a team he's been working on for quite a while. And he finally tried it. It almost worked. It was very close. I thought it was awesome. He brought it out. Got to test it out before EVO. It's one of the big things about CEO. And I felt it proved itself. So I thought that was very cool. E.G. KBrad, 5th place with Trish Virgil Dante. UA Terry Bogard, 5th place with Morgan Dante Strider. 4th, Control Flux with 0 Virgil Dante. 3rd was Tempo Chris G with Morgan Doom Virgil. 2nd place was UA Jan with Hulk Shumagorath Hagar. And then winner, very happy for him, was IG Full Schedule with Viper, Doom, and Amy.
Right.
He is
Florida native.
Yeah, Florida. So Florida won Marvel again. Flocker's done it, but Fear Flocker gets 7th place, and very cool to see that Full Schedule is the one who picked it up.
Yeah, absolutely. So
shout-outs.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really cool results. I mean, one of the things that we've both been talking about recently is because Marvel is still being played mostly by the people who are super good at the game.
Yeah.
The game is really fun to watch right now. It's like super interesting at this point.
I totally agree. And I have a lot of problems with that game, but when it comes to the highest level play, I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
I really enjoy watching the neutral game. There were entire rounds here that were like 40 seconds in and there hadn't been like a major hit because like they're both fishing around for it. And it's like playing air footsies and it's all really sick. So I actually really like watching it right now, I have to say. And it's cool for me that this has a bunch of character variety, honestly. There's let's talk about the points. Viper, Hulk, Morgan, 0. Morgan, Trish, Hulk, 0. Wolverine. Right. There's a bunch.
Yeah.
And each one of those has a different team combination behind it.
Someone pointed out in Grand Finals, there's no 0, there was no Virgil.
Right.
There was no Wolverine, I think it was, and such. So I mean, it was a lot different. And between this and SCR Prelude was also a pretty stacked tournament as well. Only person missing from both of them was Justin Wong, but you know, outside of that factor, Clockwork taking that event, and then Jan and Full Schedule getting 1st and 2nd here over Chris G. The other cool thing to me is that for a while I felt like a lot of people stopped playing Marvel because they're just like, I can't beat Chris G.
Right.
I can't beat Justin Wong. I can't beat F-Champ. Forget this. Right? But these guys who are working hard are proving that you can beat them. And to me, that's exciting. I think that's super cool, right? So,
100% agree.
And not only that, too, but I didn't get to see it happen live, but I think you told me about the Jan Shuma setup, the Hulk Shuma setup that he did to Chris G.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. Yeah, apparently to finish off Chris G, he activated X Factor with Hulk, dropped the rocks down on the incoming character, and then DHC'd into Chaos Dimension, and there was just nothing he could do, and he was just blocking rocks, and then whoop, and that's it, and he killed him.
I've never seen that.
I know, right?
That sounds so obvious. That's the cool thing about Marvel, though. As many problems as it has, it is there's so much cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much cool stuff in there.
I keep saying that the biggest problem with Marvel is that, like it's like, at this point, maybe 40% figured out, right? But the problem is the rest of the 60% can't beat like 0 and Virgil, right? That's the problem. But some people are coming up with stuff.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Hulk Schumacher got 2nd place.
Right, exactly.
And he also got 4th at EVO last year, so it's pretty legit. All right. Killer Instinct?
This was, I mean, like, see, if you see a Killer Instinct tournament like CD Junior, or at least one of those top 3 players that are always there, like Paul B and CD Junior and stuff like that, right? But CD Junior, nowhere to be found.
Yeah, he lost some pools, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So very early. All right. Top 8, 7th. Sleep NS with Conra. Yeah. Then Hitbox Tyrant with Spinal. Also pretty sick.
Nice.
5th were RM Shin Tristan with Thunder. And Jago Blake, a.k.a. formerly Gamer Blake. Yomi Jago Blake. Jago. Then 4th was the one and only, also Conra. 3rd was KIT Grief with Sadira and Jago. 2nd was Paul B with Saberwolf. And winner was UA Base with Spinal.
Nice.
Spinal.
Good stuff. Yeah.
I saw Keats tweet. I didn't watch it. That in winners finals, when it was Grief versus Base, that Grief had the set winning combo, and he could have done an ultra to seal the deal, but instead he screwed up for whatever reason, and he did Counterbreaker.
Oh, jeez.
And he lost.
Oh. That's painful.
I know, because there's so much money on the line. There was a big boost.
Yeah.
Big old pop boost in there, but
yeah.
So that sucked.
Dope.
Definitely dope.
Okay.
Guilty Gear Xrd Sign. Tacit Bro made 7th place. I mean, shout outs to him.
I bet you the Guilty Gear community was thrilled about that.
I'm sure they were nothing but happy.
And they were 100% behind him.
Yes, that's
cheering
per
his
usual.
name. Yeah, exactly. So.
With Leo, then Hotashi with Elfelt, also 7th. Black Snake Venom got 5th. Lord Knight Milia got 5th. 4th was Dot Nova with Potemkin. 3rd place was Doran 2K with Elfelt. Second place, Elven Shadow with Faust, the guy who wins all the U.S. stuff.
Right.
And then first place was not a U.S. stuff. It was Kazunoko with Soul Bankai.
Right. So this one was probably the other event besides Smash Wii U that had results that are pretty expected. Because Kazunoko getting first, Elven Shadow getting second, I wouldn't have expected anything else, to be honest with you.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. 7th place is Dollar with Yosuke and the Jaguar with
Yeah,
Aegis.
a lot of people talked. Yeah, that's right. Kazunoko, I think, destroyed him at the end. Yeah. So everyone was like, the disrespect or whatever. But I mean, dude, if you can take grand finals with a destroy combo,
that's sick.
Dude, you're going to do it, dude.
That's
you're
sick.
You're going to 100% do that. So
5th place was Yohoshi with Kanji.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Good job.
Then Josua with Sho Minazuki. Then 4th was Lord Knight Margaret.
Oh, Josua was up there, huh? Oh, yeah. Good job to him.
3rd place was Tectal Eastside with Rise. Then Soji with Teddy, 2nd place, which was a big upset because Banana Ken won it.
That's right.
With Shadow Labyrinth.
USA. No. I mean,
yeah.
I talked to Banana Ken. I was like, where does Soji rank with all the Japanese players in Persona? And he says, like, right now in Japan, he might be, like, in this version right now, he might be considered the best.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he wasn't even saying that, like, just to prop himself up.
Right.
Because Banana Ken's just not that kind of person at all. Like,
Very
but,
nice
you know, the fact that he took that is huge.
It's so sick.
And it's so good because a lot of people have been, you know, I mean, let's face it. Let's not mince words here, right? Every game that didn't make it into the main Evo game is like, why is Persona there?
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like they're mad. It's either that or Killer Instinct a lot of the time that they complain about, right? But I just think it's cool because if Anakin wins that just like sets up so much stuff for that game at Evo. And now it's just like the interest level of everyone's gonna be like, yoink, you know, like, oh, here we go. What's going on here?
Totally.
So, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. So.
Big shout outs to Banana Ken. That is super awesome.
Yep.
Tekken Tag Tournament 2. 4th place, Ace Unlimited. 3rd was Cody. Then 2nd was Poke Chop. Poke Chop is really good. Like, obviously, Tekken.
Oh, yeah. He's one of the best. Yeah.
But also, he's really good in Street Fighter and Mortal now.
That's right.
Like, he's really good at both.
Almost got top 8 in both of them.
Yeah, he was like he was really good.
Yeah.
He got close to beating somebody really good in Street Fighter.
It was Infiltration.
Yeah,
right?
Infiltration.
He almost beat Infiltration. Yeah, I remember that.
Dive Kick Edition.
Still the best name.
Oh, it's so good. Ali Mischief with Shoals, 7th place. Esam Dive, 7th place. 5th were Loco Joe, Kung Pao, and Argon Rost, Redacted. 4th was Tiger with Dive. 3rd was Anomalia Estatica with Uncle Sensei. Yeah, somebody did something with Uncle Sensei? Why'd that take long? Jeff the Hero, 2nd place with Jafali and Kung Pao. Really? And then Mad Cat's Fire Liger with Redacted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he really won it.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
When, I don't know if you saw this, but when Sonic Fox made his entrance into the ring, he was carried by Fire Liger.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because of, furry business.
Right.
And Fire Liger was wearing a belt, and, that was his belt.
Oh, okay.
He won that belt.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's sick, right?
Fire Liger can go into that tournament.
I'm happy for him.
Hey, Sonic Fox, I won a championship.
Yo, that's right.
Did you?
That's right.
Oh,
that is really cool.
Nice. Oh, man.
Well, those are all the results. I'm pretty sure Arturo Sanchez won Under Night.
Yeah, he did.
That's what I heard.
Yeah,
and I don't see the results here, but shout outs to him for being the best.
That's awesome. Hilda. So.
My girl.
Yep.
CEO was quite an event.
Great stuff. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about CEO later on in the show.
Yeah, do you want to take a break? Maybe we can come back and talk about storylines and all of the interesting coverage that's come from it?
I think we got a few storylines out of the way already, but let's definitely... I don't know, do you want to talk about the coverage stuff right after this, or do you want to save it for later? What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's just do it after this.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
All right, so the order in my thing is all wrong off to the side here, so it's...
Well, okay. I mean, I know that's very difficult. Yeah, it's right here. You want me to add the finger here? There it is.
There you go. Okay, in any case, we'll be right back. So, okay.